the Kevin Hayes saga just finds a way to keep on rolling every day. Yet again, another Hayes drama storyline has emerged. Kevin Hayes is potentially going to get bought out by the Philadelphia Flyers. How stupid would that move be? But okay, I understand his contract is very big. I understand it. Trust me. I have an NHL 23 Flyers franchise mode. We're going into year 6, and we just finally got over that contract, okay? I am very aware and I understand that contract is very, very big. I get it. But buying out that contract does not make it any better. If anything, it makes it much, much worse, because now you're going to pay him for a longer period of time. Yes, I understand you're not paying the $7 million all up right there. You're going to gradually pay off the entire contract over time. I understand that. However, you know how stupid that is? Look at the Mets. Example, the New York Mets with Bobby Bonilla. Look how long that contract was, and now look, they're still paying Bobby that money that they owe him from that contract. They're still paying him like $1 million a year. Every July, 1st it is? He's still getting paid. It is insane. And then we're still paying Ilya Bryzgalov from that stupid, ridiculous contract that we gave him, and then we bought him out too. Kevin Hayes would be the same way. It makes zero sense. Even if this is true, it could be completely false, and this could be just smoke blown up the ass by the media, because they love to do this. They're very good for this. Very, very good for this. However, it's just like, if true, you know how stupid this is? They've dealt with this before. They bought out Ilya Bryzgalov. They're still dealing with the consequence. Yes, it's not that big of a consequence, but still, they gave him a bad contract, and they're still somewhat paying for it. And it is completely oblivious and stupid that they're doing this, because they can't give out good contracts and be smart with their money. It's just absolutely oblivious. They are very oblivious. Chuck Fletcher is a fucking dipshit. I would rather just stay course and deal with the Hayes contract, because you know he ain't not going to be able to go anywhere. You know he's not going to be. No one's going to take the contract for trade unless they're getting like a first-round pick back. No one's going to take it. I mean, do you blame most teams if they don't? No. Even though he's a very good player, top point getter, no one's going to take him because that contract's too damn long. I mean, it just really is. Now, I understand some people saying he is playing lazy. He is playing lazy. I mean, he very much is. Torts has a complete... He's kind of right in a sense that he is playing very, very lazy. Hayes is not playing with as much intensity that he really should be. There's plays where he just looks completely effortless and lazy. But then yet again, he's our best offensive player. Yet again, that's not saying much, because we don't have very good offensive players on this team. But like, it still, the principle is that defensively, there's not effort or anything really for him. So I guess that's why, but yet again, he's our best player. He really shouldn't be getting benched. It just doesn't make sense. And now you're going to make a guy have even more effort, because now, I guess, if true, if him and Torts are butting heads or whatever, because the quote he put out this week saying he's the coach, I'm the player, whatever he says go. I think that's something what he said along them lines. It is true, but like... I mean, it's just not good for the Flyers. I think they gotta settle this out. Even if there is like beef between Torts and Hayes, I don't know how true this is. Even if there is beef between the two, there could be. I mean, Torts it seems like there is, but I don't know how true this is. But and then now Torts is attacking poor Morgan Frost. Poor Frosty. I'll tell you this. Frosty had a hell of a week. Well, not just week. He's been having a hell of a run since being called a toilet seat. He's had a hell of a run. Hell, I saw Morgan Frost score in person on Tuesday night against the Columbus Blue Jackets. That was awesome. We're going to touch on that the game I went to in a second, very, very soon here in a second. I mean, just get back on the Hayes topic. It is just idiot. It's just very stupid if they do this. Very, very stupid. I have a bone to pick with the Wells Fargo Center. I do. I really do. There's two things. When I went to the game Tuesday night, when the Flyers took on the Columbus Blue Jackets, absolutely fantastic game. This video is basically just going to be my experience at the game. Basically all it's going to be, because usually when we do these weekly Flyers review videos, I just basically talk about their week. To be fair, the only game I watched this week was the Columbus game, because Thursday, I was driving home in a fucking winter storm, so obviously I had to listen to the game, and I barely even listened to it. And then on Friday night, I watched the first period, turned it off, and I walked out. And I watched the third period while filming the Oilers video. So, there's two things I have a problem with. Two things. We'll start with the first one. Parking. The parking prices. How much it is to park. Fucking ridiculous. $25, some spots $50. Listen, that's let alone almost the $50 parking. I did not pay for that, thank God. $50, that's almost just as much as the tickets. That's absolutely ridiculous. What are you doing with that money? What are you doing with the $25 to $50 for fucking parking? Where's that going? Simply, why do you need that much? Why? Just why? What the fuck's the point? I mean, seriously, it should be 10 to 15 bucks. It's absolutely ridiculous. Oh, don't get me started on the food price. Oh, there's 3 bones I have to pick. That's every stadium, though, to be fair. But obviously, you gotta just throw shit at them. I understand you have to, staff everything. But Jesus Christ, it costed me $29 for a fucking cheesesteak and a water and a soda for my cousin. $29. It's cheesesteak alone was $15, and it was mid. I mean, that was a little bit of a bummer. I go to Philly and have a mid-ass cheesesteak. Then that fucking stunk. But it is what it is. However, back to the parking. $25 to $50 for parking is absolutely absurd, and you're ripping off the poor fans. I mean, jeez, these poor people. $25 to $50 in parking. That is absolute a travesty. Absolute travesty. In this economy, come on now. Please. Actually, in this economy, that's probably a fair price, to be fair. But still, I mean, come on, that's just absurd. You should not be paying $25, $50 for parking. I feel like that should be fucking illegal, okay? That's just my opinion. What do I know? I'm just saying my opinion here. It's just fucking stupid. However, the big problem I had with the Wells Fargo Center was who the fuck was controlling who goes on the Jumbotron. That was my biggest gripe. My biggest. And there's a reason why to this. One reason. There were 2 type of people they'd put on the Jumbotron. Now, I'm not asking for my fugly ass to be on there. I'm not asking for that. I'm not. There was just 2 types of people I noticed that they had a tendency to put up on there. Kids, attractive females. It was only those type of 2, and maybe the occasional Buddy the Elf and Santa Claus and Gritty. And maybe some old people, and that was very rare. And that was about it. And I have I don't have the full-on example of proof, but there was this time. There was a camera guy. I'm right next to the Zamboni entrance or exit when they come out into the ice. It's to my right. I'm section 121, row 7. I go to my right. There's the Zamboni, and so the Zamboni, where the entrance is, there's the camera guy, and he has a choice. He has 2 choices who to pan the camera to, and he had a family of like 5 or 7. He could have chose a family of 5 or 7. Create a moment for those kids. They're all right there. The kids, the parents, whoever. They could have done this. Or go to the right with 2 attractive females. Which one do you think they took? The 2 attractive females. That kind of and they were fucking drunk. They were, I just remember the story I got. We'll get to that one in a second. I love that story too. There was a lot of stories I got from this Flyers game. A lot of stories from this Flyers game. Back to the point of subject. They only put attractive females or kids on that Jumbotron. Only. It was 85% of that too. Those 2 combinations. It was absurd. Absolutely absurd. And, whoever is controlling the cameras at the Wells Fargo Center who goes on the Jumbotron is one horny bastard. That's all I'm going to say. One horny bastard. And the next time I go to a Flyers game, I'm going to keep an eye out for this son of a bitch. Whoever is controlling the cameras, and I'm going to notice the tendency that this fucker's got. I'm going to notice if he keeps panning the camera to attractive females, he needs to be held accountable. That's all I'm going to say. He needs to be held accountable as a hornball. That's all I'm saying. And then we have great seats. It was a great game to watch. The Flyers scored 5 times compared to the 0 times when I went back in March to watch them play the Oilers. That was absolutely brutal. But they scored 5 times. They actually scored 3 times in the area where I'm sitting. That was awesome. I saw Frosty score a nice snipe. That was awesome to see. I saw, who was it? Who was the other one that scored? Tippett. I saw Tippett score in that area. I saw Konechny. That was pretty cool. That was really goated. Hart played fantastic. Hart was let down. The one play Rasmus Ristolainen. He turned it over. He fell over. He turned over the puck and then allowed a scoring opportunity, and Columbus scored on it. And I was so pissed at Rasmus when that happened. And he's just a waste of money. He finally got his first point the other night. Finally. But, like, Jesus Christ, get this guy off the team. And, Chuck, why would you give this son of a bitch money? What in your right mind? First off, getting rid of a first-round pick for Rasmus. Risky move, I understand. It could have really worked. It could have, because he had a lot of upside when he first got to Buffalo. Not that last year, but before, he was actually had a lot of potential. He just never lived up to it. And, yeah, he's not living up to it in Philly. So, that was a ballsy move. And then giving him $5 million for, like, what, 5 years, 4 years? Criminal. Absolutely criminal. And we're stuck with him. And then, the other story I want to tell you guys from the game. So there was this guy. I don't want to show the video, but I have many videos of the two people. It was a couple. 2 rows in front of us. And I will tell you, it was a younger guy, maybe 27, around somewhere in his 20s, and a cougar. Minimum 55, 56. Minimum. Absolute coug. I mean, Zach Wilson, I'm not. No, it wasn't to a Zach level extreme. Zach Wilson extreme. However, cougar. And I thought it was his mother. That entire third period, I was trying to make out if that was his mother or a cougar. Then I started seeing the way he was touching her. I'm like, okay, that's a cougar. That is a cougar. No way he touches his mother like that. Unless he's from Bama. Then that would make sense. However, I don't think it was in PA. I do not think he was from Bama. So I think that's a cougar. I genuinely believe that is a cougar. And when they scored the empty netter, I have a video, obviously out of respect. I don't want to expose. I'm not going to show who it is. I'm recording. And the cougar turns around. And her, I guess, spouse, I would like to say, he turns around as well. Absolutely shit-faced. Blasted to the moon. He goes, "Someone take my picture!" It's him and the cougar. He wants the picture. And of course, my cousin takes the picture from him. He's like, I got you. She takes a picture. And then the guy's like, thank you. The guy was absolutely blasted. But hey, respect to my man. You gotta show respect to the cougs. I do. Hey, MILF Hunter. I respect it. Ow, she was no MILF. Okay, my opinion, she wasn't, but hey, it is what it is. Respect to that man. Love it. Love to see it. He was funny as shit to watch that game. He was blasted. 10 beers maybe. It had to be around there. I mean, he was shit-faced. Absolutely shit-faced. There was a lot of shit-faced people there. I mean, it was very funny. Very, very funny. So anyway, I'd like to thank you guys for watching. Make sure to hit that like and subscribe button. I'd like to see you guys in 4 then.